was asking for something specific and perfect for my city, whereupon, lo, up sprang the aboriginal name. Yes, the mechanics of the city, the ferry boats, the ship merchants, the theaters, the bigger theaters. The city of such women, I am mad to be with them. I will return after death to be with them. So sang Walt Whitman in his tango. And now, my child, I sing to you this tale, the tale of Garcia. Garcia lived in New York working some job in accounting or finance or some nonsense like that. But he was a single man, and he was new to the scene. The death of his parents earlier that year had really made him think. Childhood was over, and he theoretically was an adult now, wasn't he? Every time he closed his eyes, he had visions of Havana and dancing girls at El Tropicana. But he knew it wasn't real. Besides, he was in New York, the big, exciting city. And not just any part of New York, but Bushwick, Brooklyn, where the artists came out to play. But he just felt trapped. He felt like Cuba during the Spanish-American War. That was a topical reference, by the way. You probably didn't get it, but it was a cute thing of me to say. Anyway, one day he was at this party, and he saw this. He didn't know her name, but he called her Candela because she was like a flame. She was a strong image, a moving image. See, it was a summer party, and he had been invited by a lady. No, not that lady. Yeah, that's Garcia's friend Rachel. She always did stuff like that at parties.
So I talked to her and I told her about your mother and she sent her condolences, you know. She actually introduced me to her daughter who is so cute. She looks like Dorothy from Alice in Wonderland. Oh, speaking of which, you should meet her sometime. You should actually come over for dinner.
Really?
Did you know that I make the best food in the entire world? You will move next to me when you taste my food with wind velocity. Oh, I know you're really busy being a mom and you're sad about your own mom. I've actually never had a mom who loved me. I used to think that was my curse. It was actually my blessing. Hello! Your name's Garcia, isn't it? Oh, would I be correct in assuming that you're Hispanic? What are you, Cuban? Yeah, exotic. Nothing like a little Latin flavor to put a spring in the step in the party, huh? I've actually never been out of the country. I feel a little stale here just sitting on my ass. I've actually, though, seen some dolphins swimming in the bay. Did you know that dolphins come from another planet? I know, right? The natives of Orion brought down the dolphins when they were, here during the Bronze Age. Bronze Age, not the Silver Age, that's the Gold Age, but the Bronze Age.
And she kept talking, but there was just no connection. You see, Garcia, he felt uncomfortable being Cuban-American. There was all this political baggage that came with it. He had relatives that were really anti-Castro and others that were pro, and he really just didn't like touching the subject. Conservative or liberal, capitalist or communist. He just didn't like being pigeonholed that way. And people always thought that Cuban meant having dark skin, and he didn't fit that image. Hey, there's that word again, image. Much the same way that Candela was a moving image, and she kept haunting Garcia's mind.
I really think more guys should shave their heads. Speaking of Bruce Willis, we should go see some movies sometime or get a drink. Doesn't really matter. Those chocolates over there are so good. I am going to take a huge shit later.
On and on she spoke until eventually the chocolate did its work, and she politely mentioned that she had to go powder her nose.
Speaking of which, I have to have a bowel movement right now. Is there bowel movement room around here?
But he was too late. Candela was off talking to some hot guy. That night, he envisioned a new Candela dancing, wearing a fiery red dress.
Hey, you! Can you help me with this in here?
Garcia had seen his neighbor a few times, but never talked to her. But maybe I've talked enough. Just read the subtitles. After all, you don't need everything spelled out for you.
Yo te conozco. Yo te he visto acá en el pasillo. Tú eres cubano, ¿verdad? ¿Te gusta? Siéntate. ¿Sí? Yo soy una artista. Mi nombre es Pilar. Y tú eres Jesús, ¿verdad? Yo sé por qué lo dejaste. No te conviene. Tú eres hijo de asilados. Una diáspora huyéndole al Castro. Yo tengo muchos amigos cubanos. Todos son judíos. Cubanos judíos. Los judíos cubanos. O los cubanos judíos. Los seres humanos siempre inventándonos cosas. Política, Dios, países. Siempre tratando de encontrar algo para dar nuestra libertad. Pero ¿qué te parece? ¿Qué te parece si en el día de hoy le damos un vistazo al cielo? ¿Qué te parece si yo te dijera que el cielo es ahora? Y yo quiero que vengas conmigo. Sí, ven conmigo. Es tu oportunidad. No tengas miedo. Confía en mí. ¿Ok? Confía. Vamos. Nos escapamos por un momento de la película. Sí, tú eres un personaje. Pero no te sientas mal. Yo también soy un personaje. Y ahora que estamos afuera de la realidad que nos esclaviza, te puedo mostrar otras cosas. ¿Qué te parece? Mira, aquí está este pincel. ¿Por qué no lo tomas y me dibujas algo? Sí, tú, toma el pincel. Dibújame algo, lo que guste, lo que te... algo que te llegue. No tengas miedo, tú puedes.
Well, this was a start. But now he had writer's block. What he needed was one of those dancing girls from El Tropicana. So he closed his eyes and imagined a dancing queen. No, not that dancing queen. That dancing queen.
Start to play. Hold me close, make me sway like a lazy ocean hug.
Ella es linda. Se parece a Janis Joplin. ¿Pero qué tiene ella que ver con Cuba?
Nothing, but I'm pure Bushwick. Sometimes it's okay to mix and match.
Вот, мы вышли из фильма на минутку. Да, ты только персонаж в фильме. Ну не горчайся, я тоже.
¿Qué ustedes están haciendo acá?
Я муза, и я знакомлю моего русского друга с его наследством.
Pero yo estoy haciendo eso con mi cliente.
Ну надо просто подождать, голубчик, потому что мы только что вышли из нашего фильма «Москва Бушвики». Мы будем здесь рисовать.
Listen, they can come back another time.
Иван Ильич, тихо! Я муза творческая. Я никому не подчиняюсь, понятно?
Да. Спасибо.
How long have you been amused?
Oh, too long. I'm half muse, half goddess.
You're a poor goddess.
Oh, yes. I used to guide mortals through afterlife, but it's too much work. I retire. Being goddess is like being actress. But I've been to Cuba. Oh, they made a shrine for me. It's very nice, but it's not for me.
Maybe you need to reconcile something inside you?
Sweetheart, I'm reconciled. I found myself all right. I'm 8 centuries old and I'm too damn young to be depressed. No, being a muse, it's exactly what I needed. You got a light?
No.
Почему?
Finally, it was time to go back. And Garcia, well, he actually felt okay with the revelation that he was a character in a movie, because, well, what was so bad about that? He realized that cinema didn't have conventions. It wasn't a diaspora. It wasn't pigeonholed into political parties. Cinema was free. It was a collection of moving images, just like Candela. He was Bushwick on the outside and Havana on the inside.
Oh, hey Garcia. Here, I'm having another party.
And so, a week later, when Rachel showed up to invite our handsome Cuban hero to another party, he grew excited.
Okay. So you're Cuban. So am I. Actually, I'm a Cuban. But I don't really tell people that because I don't look like they imagine I look like. My name's Claudia.
And 4 years later, the world kept moving forward until it was summer. And Garcia thought again about his parents. They were still dead, and so was their homeland, but he was now grown up. And there was Claudia, and they were in Bushwick, watching the sun come up. There stood 2 grown-up persons, and outside stood New York. Glorious, glorious New York.
I watched the sun rise up in Bushwick. The new year dawned, I stood alone. And the thoughts that I remembered were the Cuban songs of home. Was it in Matanzas or am I habanero? The world is lost out at sea. But what is this I found? Was it in me? Havana in Bushwick, the L train is my raft. Marimbas and hipsters, it's a sway from my past.
I am that love that you saw in Bushwick. I was the girl with the John Baez guitar. And in Cuba